Well, hello YouTube, this is me, Hitman for President here. In my previous video, I talked about that I installed the clip-on handlebar on my SV650. So in this video, I am going to be talking about that. I am going to go through the process of what needs to be purchased, what needs to be done, and also the pros and cons once you install the clip-on handlebar on the Suzuki SV650. The reason why I want to do this video is that I want to share of the steps of installing the clip-on, because when I first thought about it, I couldn't find the instruction or the how-tos of the videos on the internet, because I went high and lows but I couldn't find any. There are a lot of the videos that shows the Suzuki SV650 that has been converted into a full-on racing bike or track bike, but none of them that actually talks about the specific things I want to do. So if you are out there who owns the SV650 and are thinking about it, maybe this will help. So if you have a question about it, you can drop the question down in the comment section and maybe we can have an interaction. You can help me out and I can help you out. Okay, now let's talk about what you need to get in order for you to install the clip-on handlebar. The first thing is obviously you need to get the clip-on handlebar. So personally, I went online and I bought it from Lazada and it cost me not more than 100 ringgit Malaysia. And I found out that the SV650 fork is in 41 millimeters. So that really gives me an idea. So I went online, just search for it, 41 mm clip-on handlebar. The price could range from 60 ringgit to 100 ringgit. And it wouldn't cost a bomb. So that's another thing that I really like about this. It's a very cheap modification if you ask me. Secondly, you need to get a new pair of signals because the stock signal wouldn't cut it. It's just too big. So once you install the clip-on handlebar, it will clash with the master pump, the brake master pump. And it's just not gonna go, it wouldn't fit. So you get a smaller one. Let me show you now what I meant by it. This is where the master pump is, and this is where the brake lever, and this is where the stock signal used to go. And here you can see the small signal. It's very nice sitting here and it fits perfectly. The reason why I told you that the stock signal couldn't cut it, because look at it, it's a big ass signal. It wouldn't go. It will clash into everything, the lever, the master pump. So you gotta take this off. You can't use this. So bye bye. Another thing that you need to put into consideration is that it used to be a bracket over here that holds the cables. I had to cut it off because if I don't, it will not fit the clip-on handlebar. It will clash into this part. So I just had to grind it off right here. You can see this one right on the right side and there's another one on the left side. So just grind it off because you're not going to need it anymore. So if you're one of those who needs to have the cables to be in a perfect placement, just have it in with a cable tie. I think that might help. Now that the bike is positioned this way, I am going to show you the difference in terms of body positioning from the stock handlebar to the clip-on handlebar, and you will see the drastic change from a more upright sitting position and a more aggressive leaning forward position, where it's very suitable for those who wants to go and bring it to a racetrack or just have it on the weekend. Okay, first we are going to talk about the stock handlebar sitting position. It is way more upright, and I gotta say it's really comfortable to be sitting in this position while you're riding. If you are one of those people who just commute from home to the office, this is gonna be very nice. But now that I'm tucked in, I don't feel really that good about it because my hand is hanging upward and it feels awkward when I do that, and I don't really prefer it. Now let's look at the sitting position with the clip-on handlebar. This is more like it. It's a sitting position which is way more aggressive compared to the stock handlebar. Your upper body is going to be leaning forward, and when you go into a high speed, your hands will not feel awkward because both of your arms will be at the side of the tank, and then your palms will be right beneath your chin. which is something that's really good if you are one of those people who want to take you to the track and go on a weekend twisties. This is going to be a perfect position that you can be in. Right, now that we have gone through the process for the installation and the purchase, let's go through the pros and cons of installing the clip-on handlebar on the SV650. First, it is actually very perfect for the twisties. Last weekend, after the first service, I took the bike out and went on for a twisties with a few friends of mine, and it felt very comfortable. I felt at home. So instead of, I felt like I'm hanging on the bike, with that clip on, it allows me to feel like I am with the bike, if you know what I mean. It's not something that I can put it into words. It's just something that you have to feel. So that's the kind of feeling that it gave me. It felt very comfortable for me to lean into corners because that's what I am so used to. It's what I preferred as a biker. So it's more of a personality thing. Secondly, once you install the clip-on handlebar, you will have that cafe racer look. So I'm not saying that it's something that everybody should strive for, but if that is something that you're into, like someone like me, I like it. I like the cafe racer style on the bikes that I have, especially on my track bike, the Yamaha FZ150i. That's the kind of look that I was striving for, and I got it. So the fact that the Suzuki SV650 comes with a rounded headlamp, it just makes it a lot easier for me to achieve that. Although I wanna go through the clip-on handlebar with a lot of the pros, I don't think I'm able to because I just got 2 pros and another couple of them are just the cons of it. And maybe this is something that you really need to think about if you want to install the clip-on handlebar, because this kind of sitting position may not be for you. First, it is very uncomfortable on the long journey. Yeah, I took it out for twisties last weekend and it felt perfect when I took in corners. So when I was leaning into it, it felt good. But after riding it for more than 3 hours, I started to feel the pain in my back. But that's because it's not really an optimum sitting position just yet. Because although the clip-on handlebar has been installed, the foot peg is still standard. So my feet is still kind of forward, which I don't really like. I would have preferred it to be a little bit more upward and backward a little bit. I'm just gonna be riding like this for a while, probably a few months, and I'm gonna get the aftermarket foot pegs. Secondly, if you have a back injury, this sitting position may not be for you because you are going to be leaning forward in a very long time. You're going to start to feel some pain in the back. I do feel it, but it's just, for me, it's just a matter of conditioning. Once you are very used to it, it's not going to be a problem, but leading up to it, you're going to feel it. And some people, they may not be able to withstand the pain, so they're going to have a lot of complaints. This is something that you really need to think about before you even think about installing them, because it's about your well-being. So there's no point being able to ride outside and force yourself to accept something that your body couldn't. I hope that this video is helpful for those who are like me, who are searching on the internet to do something about it. So this is just one of it. I hope it helps everyone. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.